Very
Um,
unfortunate.
and we were looking for, I think we were going off to either go to Vincent or go find Gizal
Yeah,
Loman.
I think we were gonna wait for the caravan to show up, or maybe
No,
scout ahead a bit.
yeah, we were
Well, you
scouting
were
ahead because we didn't want the caravan to go up to that.
Yeah. So I suppose we'd better continue to scout ahead.
so you got to Serendipity, and then
Yep.
you would have gone further north to that river, or what? I mean, where are you scouting? I guess would be my question.
Um, well, I guess we'd probably scout the way to Vincent, which would be up to the north.
So, as in, you looked across the river and then.
Yeah,
Yes.
Haya's resolved to set up a temple somewhere, and clearly this isn't exactly fertile ground. Maybe if there had been people, it would have been a good place to set up a temple.
And it wouldn't be too
But
terribly hard for us to get across the river using dolphins.
Okay. Um. So effectively, you're gonna make your way to across the river and then make your way north. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yes, and Donovan realizes that he could do something which he just kind of forgot about. He summons a pony for Haya to ride on.
uh-huh.
thanks.
He
To
after
ease your
after he does
word.
this, he kind of just like keeps looking at her like, does she hate me less now?
She doesn't really understand why she needs a pony. It's not like she broke her foot.
Yeah.
She just kind of gives Donovan like a weird look, like, you trying to say something here? Or are you just being that usual awkward elf?
Me?
Mhm.
Actually, no, he's a
Donovan.
human. Remember?
No. She knows.
Mhm.
She has to say though, the human makes more sense, considering the way he acts.
Well,
Or maybe a normal elf, not a drow. Normal elf would make more sense. They tend to be capricious and prankstery.
So you're gonna Matthias will sort of mm,
Yeah.
how
What's
far will
Matthias think?
how far will we look to go before we cross this river? How far will we look to go? I do not want to leave the caravan for too long.
we might travel a day ahead. Past it.
What is wrong with what happened before? Sakel made a good scout for us. I would like to return to the caravan. I do not feel comfortable leaving it for too long.
Haya says that now that they've figured out what happened to this serendipity locale, she doesn't really feel a need to be out in the field anymore. She was more useful back in the caravan, and her brother's more than capable of scouting.
Perhaps I should send Levi along with Sokel from now on.
Sakel just kind of goes, mm.
It's
Like, the thought displeases him, but he's not really going to speak up about it.
it's a bit safer that way. There is a mass murderer going around.
So you say.
It's really hard to murder a ghost.
So you say.
So I know. From years of experience with them.
Sakel's just like, if you're gonna do it, do it. He doesn't say anything out loud, he just like looks at Donovan.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Okay. So Haya and Mattis and Donovan will return to the caravan,
Yep.
and Raquel and Levi will scout north.
Sakel just kind of like puts his axe back in its little belt loop. Make sure his bowstring isn't fraying, and then forges ahead.
Okay.
Seeing that
Um,
he's checking his equipment, Levi's going to look at his hands and just like nod to himself like, yeah, I got my hands.
Sakel doesn't pretend to understand this ghost.
Okay. So, in which case then, back to Alara, and I'll let you keep that roll. You, as you're traveling down, you spy three figures that seem to be going in the same direction to you. They are to your southeast, but heading in the same direction as you. One looks to be quite a large human gentleman. Might maybe have a bit of giant blood in him, you're not sure. Certainly very broad. One is one looks to be a female elf, and the other one looks to be more a normal size human.
Yep.
They're kind of moving as if they imagine they're being stealthy, but actually they stand out like a sore thumb.
Lovely.
What would you like to do? Alara, what would you like to do?
Oh, figured out what was wrong.
Sorry?
I will head in their direction.
Okay. Are you trying to hide your presence or not?
No.
Okay. Fine. After a while, seems reasonable that they would notice you coming down from a higher vantage point down towards them. Might come across them quite late though. Do you want to describe, Alara, what they might see?
You see a elf on a horse. She favors elf blood. Well, some of her elf blood. Quite strongly, though she is clearly not pure elf. It's the middle of the day, so you wouldn't notice her anything particularly odd with her eyes. She has brown hair, red brown hair. Down past her shoulders, she is riding a horse quite well. She has a very large bow, a sword at her saddle, and she is trailing a second horse.
I guess what Alara sees is an alpha woman of about average height in somewhat strange-looking black armor and robes. She looks not quite frail, but definitely not strong. Like her arms are sort of thin. She's carrying a bow in one hand. Her hair is like this really jet black, like an obsidian or an ebony color. And her eyes are electric blue. And on her chest, there is a swirling piece of blue soapstone suspended by a string, like an amulet. Does
Interesting.
she have any knowledge religion? Actually, she might recognize it on sight. It's a symbol of Pharasma.
Yeah, I've got religion.
Oh, there was the Temple of Pharasma that you passed.
I got a rank in religion. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even need a rank. You just need to be not someone who's incredibly dumb to recognize Pharasma's symbol.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, the black is the traditional garb of Pharasman priests, and the symbol is clearly displayed.
Clearly.
The armor is weird, though.
And there is also a human male Taldane. He has sort of shaggy black hair. His entire garb is extremely fine and well made. Almost decorative. He does wear a chain shirt, but even that is made to please the eye. He has rather large and feathery earrings on him, and is carrying a extremely large falchion. His face and any other features of him aren't really too distinct. He just looks like your average dude.
Fair enough.
The large-ish human, bearded, black, with a little bit of grey coming through, kind of a somewhat unkempt, kind of shaggy, black hair, very broad shoulders, wears a sort of a loose shirt that was probably loose at one point, but now sort of is merely suitable to support his bulk, and some kind of sort of wide, loose trousers, and some of the largest leather boots you have seen. He looks tired and a little weary, but nevertheless, his face has a smile on it, a twinkle in his eye. How far are you from the Malara?
At what point? Like before communication, or
Yeah.
When you
I'd
review
probably call
yourself.
out. I'd probably call out at about 100 feet. Hail, travelers!
Welcome back.
Female alpha raises a hand and waves. She kind of looks to the other two.
The man with the falchion just stares on.
Okay. And I will.
Where have you
continue-
come from, traveller?
North.
Hmm.
Do you know the settlement called Venson?
Yes, that is where I am from.
Good, good. Then
Ah.
come, share my wineskin with me and regale us with tales of this place.
Before I do so, I seek the lady Milana. So I'm looking for, yeah.
Melina.
Milana?
Melina.
Melina.
Have you
Oh.
heard tale of her?
The elf woman looks to the man with the polearm. Slightly concerned.
The man narrows his eyes and takes a few steps closer. He continues to walk towards you until he's about 60 feet away. And 1 second.
So inside the short range of my longbow.
Yep. Ego?
No, I've got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you advanced within 60 foot of me?
Yep.
Ah.
Mordred. Please, I have need of your services, adventurers.
Lowered the adventurers with a giant exclamation mark over your head. Trying to...
22.
You feel a slight tug at your mind. You can tell that he's trying to read your thoughts. There's a question that happens. Who are you? You hear it in your mind, but that is it. Do you know for a fact it's coming from this man?
Good save.
Yeah. The DC for it's 21.
Yeah. Good
Is
save.
that charm?
No.
No.
You know that he was trying to read your mind with trying to get the answer to that question.
Ah, okay.
If you got spellcraft, you could always use that. Really useful.
I believe I do have spellcraft. Is that an enchantment effect?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, because elves have
yeah.
that special bonus.
Elves and elves and elves.
I do have a spellcraft where I don't see what.
That's the first time I used that ability too, and
19.
Ego, would he be able to tell what that
Actually not
is?
Um,
19.
maybe not specifically, but the gist.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a mental intrusion that's trying to get an answer to that question.
Cool.
You don't quite know the name of it.
Yeah.
Just tried to get in your brain.
I would not recommend doing that again, Mage.
There's a shapeshifter in the area. I'm just wanting to make sure you're not it.
Be assured that I am not.
That's a rather hard thing to trust, especially from somebody that might be a one that changes faces. It's practically rule number one when trying to... Yeah, exactly. That's what a shapeshifter would say.
That's exactly what the shapeshifter would say.
I seek Melina on
Why?
a request from her father.
And you come from Vincent, you say?
He sent a message.
But you said you come from Vincent.
Yes.
Do you know of a man named Hastus Atellus?
I do. He traveled east 2 days ago.
Oh. The woman you seek has been... Well... He looks over to Haya. Kind of like a, should I tell him? Or who?
Haya just goes, why don't we take them back to the... Why don't we invite you back to our caravan? Towards Alara, right?
She is wary of somebody who's tried to cast against her.
The elven priestess of Pharasma strides forward. She says, please excuse my friend's rudeness. We've been under threat from multiple angles, and it's just been made clear to us that a murderous shapeshifter is on the loose. They killed... I believe my brother spotted 10 Ironwings. Is that name familiar to you? The name of that group,
It is.
Ironwings?
10 dead Ironwings.
Indeed. They were headed south from the north, as I recall.
When was this?
They had been dead a while. Perhaps, she thinks for a moment, a few weeks? They had been slain by poison and treachery, my brother believed.
That might track with what we know.
Yes, it was a very deliberate killing. He said he knew the commander, whose face he saw, but my friend here, the caster, as you say. The wizard, as you say. No, did you say caster? She thinks for a moment.
I said
Spellcaster here. He was able to use powerful divinations to discover that it had been a ruse, and the men who was leading the Ironwings south had slain them for reasons unknown to us.
Do you know the name of the leader?
He was called Kramer, but we know his true
Kramer
name.
was impersonating Hastus Atellus to try to frame him for the murder.
Of the Serendipity colony.
Yes. He wiped out the people of Serendipity, and it appears with a great amount of ease, unfortunately for the settlers.
He's able
This
to
is
change
not
faces.
good news.
He seems to have access to a wide variety of trickeries. Magical as well as mundane, we suspect. And in relation to your question, the elf looks to the...
has been taken by this man, Gisla Loman. And they are, I believe, currently in a place called the Camelands.
Ah.
I have not checked in some time for that, however, that might have changed.
Are your fears somewhat assuaged now?
Perhaps.
Haya clears her throat and she says, "My name is... Haya Lolofane. I am a priestess of Pharasma, and I seek to establish a temple to my lady in these lands. Serendipity was our original destination when we set out from Mivan to the south, but it appears it is no more. However, this Vensen place we have also heard of. It is more to the north, is it not?"
It is.
I believe...
How fast do you travel?
Slowly.
Very,
Our caravan is
very
large.
slowly. Donovan
We
just
believe this...
connects with your eyes for a moment. There's like an intense look of a bit of frustration as he says, very, very slowly.
I just kind of smile slowly. Like, it's kind of like a rueful sort of flick of the tips of her lips. Like, you don't even know the half
By
of
the
it.
way, was Haya riding on that pony, by the way?
I guess.
Because Donovan forgot to maintain that.
Okay. She would have been fine, I suspect.
Yeah, but the pony would disappear.
It's fine.
Okay.
Fine by her. Did you use Summon Monster to do it?
Yep.
You can't do that. It only lasts for like 5 rounds.
Yeah, but I can use it at will. So just redo
It's
it.
like half a second.
5 rounds is like half a minute.
Half a minute, rather, yeah.
That could lead to lots of bumped bottoms.
Yeah.
Or high.
I wouldn't take him up on that. Anyway. Like, thanks, no thanks. Anyway.
Well, he can just recast it, like... And
I believe we were
summon
talking about something that actually existed in the setting, rather than a hypothetical. Yes, so I seek to establish a temple to my lady. Minister to the dead, the dying, and the living. And she is very much trying to come across as telling truth.
Mm. Okay. Well, Lara is gonna. See what she thinks of that. She thinks you're being very truthful. And she will approach, but certainly keep your whizzity bit.
Haya will say, "Thank you, Donovan," and like touch him on the shoulder, like go back to Matthias now. And she'll walk side by side with Alara.
Donovan at first seems a little bit upset that you were saying this, and then he realizes, oh wait, fuck, it's Haya, and then does it, like, without trying to give you a doty look as he's passing by.
Haya breathes an internal sigh of relief as Donovan just does what he's asked. And we head back to the caravan, I believe. If Alara has any more questions of Haya.
Is Alara gonna follow them basically back to the caravan?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. In 2 days, you managed to find these. Not too bad.
And you have an answer
Range
from
is a
Mordred.
Yeah. Range is a wisdom cast here.
Yeah.
Right, guys, I'm gonna. Sorry, I'm just gonna quit a day there. There we are.
Hooray.